It's not how you'd expect to see the future king enter Windsor Castle, but it set the stage for an unusual interview. Prince William with Canadian actor Eugene Levy on his travel show on Apple TV+.
Eugene, good morning. Your Royal Highness.
William opened up about his private life following cancer diagnoses for both his wife and father, and signaled he plans to make changes to the monarchy when he becomes king.
I think it's safe to say that change is on my agenda. Change for good. And I embrace that and I enjoy that change. I don't fear it.
But no specifics.
It's actually a very smart way to talk about change. It's a very safe way to talk about it. So it signals to everyone who may be around his age or younger that, yes, of course, the monarchy is here to stay.
Royal watchers say even this much is a shift.
This is kind of the behind the scenes that he keeps so private.
She says the palace made a deliberate choice to do an interview in this format.
It was fun just having them, sit down and have a pint together. And it just shows how relaxed William is in his role, and that he might be a future king, but he is just like everyone else.
Levy admits it was by no means a hard-hitting interrogation.
To me, it was more a conversation. I wasn't thinking of it in my own mind as, any kind of, scoop.
Well, look who's suddenly the face of change. Apparently, Prince William has decided to bless us with his deep thoughts on Apple TV+, because nothing screams modern monarchy like talking about your sleep schedule on a luxury travel show. Hey, my darlings, it's Adrian here, and today we're diving into the so-called royal revelation that's got the British press foaming at the mouth. They're calling it William's Oprah moment. Laughs, oh please. Let's not get carried away. Oprah made people cry, think, and heal. William just made us yawn. But don't worry, we're not here just to nap through his "I think change is on my agenda" speech. We're unpacking what that really means, the media's desperate spin job, and why Harry's honesty keeps exposing William's royal cosplay of progress. So grab your tea or something stronger, because we're about to explore how change in the Royal Dictionary really means do nothing, say something, and let the tabloids clap anyway. Before the episode even dropped, the British media went into full-on PR meltdown. You'd think William had just solved world peace, not delivered the most wooden monologue since The Crown Season 1. Every paper was calling it transformational, a royal revelation. William opens his soul. Spoiler alert, the only thing he opened was his mouth long enough to say he misses his grandparents. Meanwhile, when Prince Harry dared to open up to Oprah about real trauma, real family tension, and actual mental health struggles, the same outlets labelled him a whiner. See the pattern? When Harry is honest, he's oversharing. When William gives us lukewarm diary entries, he's showing emotional depth. It's not fairness, it's favoritism in a crown. Let's talk about this mysterious change William says is on his agenda. He tells Eugene Levy, with the energy of a man reading a weather report, that
I think it's safe to say that change is on my agenda. Change for good.
Change is on my agenda. Okay, but change what? The wallpaper? The press narrative? His hairstyle? Because if the monarchy's track record tells us anything, change usually means doing absolutely nothing, but branding it as modern. Remember when they said the coronation was modernized? They added one gospel choir and called it diversity. That's royal PR in action. And here's the kicker. This is the same William who reportedly wasn't thrilled when Harry and Meghan suggested reforming royal roles to be more transparent and community-driven. Now he's talking about reform? Please. That's like borrowing your brother's homework and calling it innovation. Let's get real. When Harry opened up to Oprah, the press called him disloyal. When William mutters that the monarchy needs to adapt, he's suddenly a visionary. Harry says, "I need therapy." William says, "The history is suffocating." Guess which quote gets sympathy and which gets headlines screaming royal betrayal? Exactly. Harry lives his truth, takes accountability, and works on himself. William performs a version of relatable that feels rehearsed. It's like Harry's doing the hard emotional work, and William's doing the PowerPoint presentation about it. Now, I don't mean to be cruel, but watching William on screen was like watching paint dry. Posh, privileged paint. Even Eugene Levy, the king of deadpan, looked like he was silently begging for a punchline. William's body language screamed, "I'd rather be anywhere else." You could almost hear his inner script. Smile now, mention change, don't say Harry, look relatable. It's wild. The media calls him the future of modern royalty, yet every second of that interview felt like a museum exhibit. Here we see the endangered British male, expressing emotion for 0.5 seconds before retreating into tradition. Imagine the future, King William V on the throne. The monarchy looks modern: electric vehicles, lounge suites, shorter ceremonies. The royal family is smaller, the press office slick, the causes front and centre. The King's environmental prize is a global success. Queen Catherine's advocacy is praised. They are a power couple, rebranding the monarchy as a national asset. Approval ratings are stable. But what has truly changed? Succession is still by blood. The Crown Estate still generates vast wealth, and secret meetings with the Prime Minister continue. Legal exemptions and lack of transparency remain. The changes are all in presentation. The product repackaged, the brand refreshed. It's more efficient, less ostentatious, but fundamentally the same. The monarchy is designed for comfort, not revolution. The soul of the institution endures. While the heir plans careful renovation, the real revolution has already happened. Prince Harry's departure wasn't a plan for change, it was change itself. He rejected the idea that duty, as defined by the institution, is the only noble path. His act challenged the monarchy at its core, showing the gilded cage could be a prison. Harry chose his family's well-being over his birthright. This is a revolutionary act, placing personal happiness above institutional obligation. The criticism he faces proves the significance of his actions. He declared his primary duty to his wife and children, breaking the supposed unbreakable bond with the Crown. This precedent terrifies the establishment. It proves the path isn't preordained. William talks of modernizing the monarchy. Harry simply lives a modern life. His revolution is about demystifying royalty, showing it's a job one can leave. In doing so, he's modernized the perception of royalty more than any ceremonial reform. The true change is lived, not staged. You have to laugh. The media says Meghan and Harry disrespected tradition. Yet William can say the history is suffocating, and everyone applauds. Apparently, suffocation sounds classy when it comes with a Windsor accent. That's the hypocrisy. When Harry tells the truth, he's divisive. When William hints at mild discomfort, he's bravely evolving. It's the royal family's oldest trick: package privilege as progress. If William's serious about change, real change, he could start with 3 simple steps. Call out the toxic press that destroyed his mother and still hunts his brother's wife. Acknowledge the double standards that pit one brother against the other. Stop hiding behind the firm's PR machine and actually say what he means, because until that happens, his version of change will stay as hollow as a Buckingham Palace hallway. So, my darlings, don't buy the royal PR fairy tale. William's Apple TV Plus appearance wasn't a revelation. It was a rebrand, a glossy performance dressed as progress. The truth? You can't modernize an institution by whispering about it from a gilded armchair. Prince Harry has already done what the rest of them are too scared to. He chose peace, purpose, and honesty over privilege. That's real change. I'm Adrian, and this has been Meghan and Harry Tales. If today's royal roast woke you up more than William's reluctant interview, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with a friend who's tired of the palace PR merry-go-round. The real message isn't that William wants to change the monarchy. The real message is that he wants you to think he does, while the entire machine ensures he never has to actually break a sweat to do it. The Crown's greatest magic trick isn't surviving for 1,000 years. It's convincing you that staying perfectly still is the most radical change of all.